Let me tell you a story about my relationship with books. When I was little, there was books for my school. I must read them. My mother, she was trying to convince me to do it, even though I didn't want to. So many kids are presented with this beautiful time-spending tool, which is books, as a task. I was placed on a timer on 30 minutes, the time when I will be read one line and then the second line, and after the second line I absolutely forget what was in the first one. I understand that I'm reading on a timer, so I can just spend this time pretending that I'm reading because I didn't want to. And then my granddad said to me, I will check what you read, you will tell me exactly the story from this book that you read from this 30-minute cycle. So I was placed to it, and even though I didn't want to, I found some books interesting because there was connected somehow with my life. They were showing stories about someone like me, and I was reading them with pleasure, even more than 30 minutes. But some books were different. I didn't like them, I didn't understand why I should read them, and it wasn't my choice. None of them was, actually. That is how you met with books. That's absolutely not right. Show book to your kid and then ask him if he wants to read it. Learn him how and he will do his own stuff. It's like playing video games. If you play this game for more than 10 hours a day, this level, the same one, or even this game that you didn't want to because your friend asked you to play it with him, you will not play it long because you don't like it. Same here. The option that was given to me, that was not an option, it was freaking task. But then something changed. I grew up and I found that there was not only the books and frictions and stories and movies, but there is the books and self-improvement exist. And I started my new journey where I found the way why I was liking to read, which gave me the sense of reading. And I started to read the book called Hard Times Create Strong Men. This book really changed my perspective on how to read. And there is two things that change it too. So you heard this story, maybe you started to read like this, maybe you heard it from your friends, maybe you asked someone and he said that reading books is dumb, or because your school are willing you to do it. But then when teenagers growing up, somehow it's becoming popular, and it's not shame now. We will start from my first bullet point, which is make it attractive. It's like a habit. I'm reading 45 minutes a day, every day, and it became my habit. When I'm going to sleep, I'm opening my ebook, which is important, and I'm reading 45 minutes constantly every single day without any repeats. It's now, I lost one day, sadly, but if I didn't, I would now have 100 days reading. How to make reading attractive, how I did it. My friend said that this is a really good book to read. He recommended it to me, but it was my choice to download it. And why download? Because I had an iPad. Because of this, I found it pleasurable that I can read on my iPad and change the books in a second. And the second point is that I started to read in another language that was more interesting to me. And these two things changed the game. Because of this, and also recommendation about this particular book, it took me to the path of reading. Now, if you don't like to read, maybe you're in an environment that caused you trouble to do so, then go to library and try there. Maybe you're reading ebooks. Some people like the way how the paper smells of a new book. Then buy a book for you. Don't read ebook if you don't like it. Read in the way that is most attractive and comfortable for you. The second bullet point is that this is knowledge, and exactly as in this video that I was talking about, you need to get an access to a right one. There is millions of books that are useless. So in my opinion, 5 middle books is worse than one good book. That's why I'm not reading dramas and fiction books. That's why I'm reading only about 3 sections of our life. It is the all things and how it works. First one is relationship, second one is money, and third one is psychology, which is health. mental health. It is all this is a base in a business, in our life, etc. Let's come back to books. I found that this books is helping me because I'm reading stuff that I'm interested in. And the third one, reading this habit. Like I said earlier, you can just create it. You need to find the motivation to do so. You need to be disciplined to continue to do it. And don't forget about interaction. And don't forget about your intention, because opening book, it doesn't mean that you are doing productive stuff, because you can open the book and then forget about all that you read in this blog session. So prepare yourself to read. Choose a time when you're willing to do so. Maybe while driving on a bus, maybe before sleep. Find your time. You can do it even spontaneously. Don't open your phone. Take a book with you and then open it and read. And it will help. And last note, implement what you read. Take notes, because if you're reading without remembering, it doesn't help you at all. In some books there are actionable steps that are presented. And now actionable step for you. If you have an iPad or ebook, buy or download, if you don't have money, the book called Hard Times Create Strong Men. If you already read it, maybe start to reread it. Why not? It is divided in this 3 section, which is money, women's, and religious, as I remember. And this is a really good book to start with that will create emotion of love to books in you. So I'm thanking you for watching this video. Don't be nice, be good. See you in the next one. Wabeng.